Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. As you are aware, it is Mother's Day weekend and I have decided to speak about my journey in becoming a mother. Now, I'll be doing this in the form of a question and answer. I've already asked my friend to send me some questions to which I'll go ahead and answer. Remember to like, to share, to subscribe, tell a friend to join Journey with Shak. Now, before I get into the video, there are a few persons that I just want to give some shout outs to. And let me get my names. I just want to give a big shout out to Angel Brown. She has been a supporter from day one, constantly watching my videos, constantly commenting, constantly giving me feedback, even if it's not under the video. And I really appreciate her. And she's a mother also, so I want to wish her all the best for Mother's Day. And I trust that, you'll enjoy the day. My sister, Sandy K. Selby, for always having my back, for always, celebrating and supporting me. And for being a second mom to me. I want to send shout out to all my friends who are mothers, and especially those who have lost their baby. You are still a mother. Let no one tell you anything other than that. I am still celebrating, especially you. And for those or first time moms who have not yet delivered, we are celebrating you over on Journey with Shak. Now let's get into our video. For our first question, it says, what was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? Now, for my pregnancy journey, I think I was blessed to have a lovely pregnancy journey, in all honesty. I didn't vomit like some persons experience morning sickness. I literally didn't experience anything throughout my pregnancy. It was normal for me, with the exception, of course, my tummy kept growing and growing and growing. The only issue I had though is I had food aversion, so I had to be locked up in a room while my husband was cooking for the entire pregnancy. I couldn't cook, or even if I attempt to, I had to be back and forth. So I couldn't stay in the kitchen area where I was smelling the food. So for instance, I'm cooking dumpling and yam, I'd have to turn on the stove, put in the food, leave, season the meat, leave, add the meat to the pot, leave. Like, I could not stay in that area any at all else. I felt extremely nauseous and felt as if I was going to die, literally. And heartburn, that was a sucker for me. But I actually took Tums and it worked, as well as I drank a whole lot of cow's milk, and that helped for me as well as papaya. It worked. So if you're pregnant and you're having similar symptoms, milk, papaya, Tums work miracles. Next, she says, can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? The fact that I wasn't experiencing half of what persons tell me that I would experience, the back aches, the burning legs, the joint pain. I didn't have any of that. As a matter of fact, I was a bit concerned that my nose was going to swell up. But I mean, yes, by the time I hit 8 months into 9, I had a little shift in the sizing of the nose, but it wasn't all that where I didn't want to take in the picture or look at myself in the mirror. So it was good. Next question. In your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? I guess because I didn't go through a lot of things that person says that during pregnancy you'd go through. I didn't have a lot of headaches. I didn't have a lot of acne. I didn't have a lot of weight gain either, surprisingly. So yeah, every situation is different. Basically, that's what I'll say. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? Handled, well, again, because I didn't have a lot of issues, then I think if I should become pregnant, God forbid, that I would want to have the same pregnancy so that I can handle it the same way. Hope you understand what I'm saying, because half of what I have heard persons saying about pregnancy, I really would not want to experience it, because I just wouldn't want to experience all of that, in all honesty. Being a female is enough stress. To become pregnant and having all those added stress, I don't want it. What has been the hardest thing about being a mom? I think the hardest thing for me in becoming a mom is having to leave my child behind to go to work. That's the hardest thing for me. As a matter of fact, when my vacation and maternity leave was up and I dropped him off at daycare that first day, let's just say one of us cried. I won't say who though. What has been the most rewarding thing about being a mom? The most rewarding thing about being a mom is definitely getting off work and he is literally tearing himself from his dad's arm to greet me at the door. That's the most rewarding thing. I love it. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? The most surprising thing I've discovered is that, growing up, I've always been someone who plans my entire life and who envisions what exactly my life is going to be. And I always thought, the fact that you're married, you have a husband who lives with you and all that, then having a child should be smooth sailing and all that. I was in for a surprise. Because even if the husband is there and even if the baby father is there and he's helping and all that, you still get burnout. And that is why I do believe in the whole saying that it takes a village to raise a child, because trust me, sometimes you need to call up that auntie and ask them to babysit, and it's Mother's Day weekend and us mothers, we need a break. Now is the opportune time for us to call up some grandmothers. Well, wait, they're mothers too. Call up some granddads, call up some cousins, male cousins, some brothers, and ask them to babysit and have some me time, So yeah, that's one of the surprising thing for me. It gets tiring. It can get tiring, especially raising a toddler. What is the best memory you have involving your child? My best memory yet is the pediatrician bringing him over to me. This is your son. It's one of those moments where mothers will understand. It's pure joy, especially if it is something that you have been praying and hoping will happen to you. Best memory. What habit did you wish your child didn't have? I'm not sure at this age I can say he has a habit that I dislike, because he's in the exploring stage of life, so I'll have to wait and probably answer this question the next 10 years, 15 years from now when he's in his teen years. I don't know. Do you share any similarities with your child? both physical and personality. I'll add a picture for you to decide on the physical aspect of it. You be the judge. But as it relates to the personality, I have often said to my friends that I am constantly praying myself out of my child, because for those who know me, like know me from childhood days, you will understand why I have to be doing that, because literally everything, every facial expression, the stubbornness, everything is there already. So prayers up. What is something that having a child has taught you? I'm not perfect. It has, I mean, I knew that before, but it has really, really, really confirmed my imperfections, because there are some days when I snap. I still deem myself a good mom, but again, I get burnt out because I work 12 hours and, I get burnt out. So I snap. Did you imagine that you'd be a mom at the age that you became a mom? The irony of it is, the way I had planned my life, I should be at my second child at the age I had my first. I have always wanted to have a child. Well, when growing up, when planning my life, I wanted to have my first child at 26. God says no. Here we are in our 30s. No issues though. He came when he was well planned for. Describe your child in a single sentence. Describe your child in a single sentence. It's hard to describe him in a single sentence. There are so many things I could say about him, but when he sees this video, I just want him to know that my child, Micah, he's a gift that has been prayed for and happily received. And finally, the question says, how have you changed as a person since becoming a mom? In answering your question, prior to becoming a mom, I have always thought about, how I want my child to have best education. I want to spoil my child and giving my child everything he or she ever needs, and especially things that I wanted as a child and I didn't want, and I didn't get, sorry. I wanted my child to travel the universe and all that, but having a child now, I have to take a step back, and I'm like, the reality is, my desire that I have for my child may not want that for himself. And as a mother, I have to prepare myself to accept that the child does not want what I want for him. Will that change the fact that I will still care? No. But if the child decides that, hey, this is not where I want to go, I want to be over here, I have to now learn to love and support him nonetheless. But for the years that I have him, I want to ensure that I instill in him values and principles that I can sit back at the ending of my life to say that God has given me a gift and I have raised my child in such a way that he is my greatest contribution to this world. Now we have come to the end of our video, and I just want to say that I have some followers, some subscribers who are sending Mother's Day greetings to their loved ones, to their mom, to their siblings. And I just want to wish all my subscribers, all my mothers who have subscribed to my channel, a happy Mother's Day. Continue to do the work that you're doing. You are being an awesome mom. And even if your child is not showing you the appreciation now, 10 years from now, they will look back and they will say to themselves, my mom did her best.
Who's my sister. You both are magnificent, and I can't imagine my life without you. Thank you so much for all the love and encouragement that you provide for me all through my years. I want to say happy Mother's Day to my friends, Shakila, Nakilia, and Shadi. You guys are doing a great job, and all those little ones are blessed to call you mommies. I also want to especially mention women who would have loved and lost. Today might be a hard day for you, but it's also a day to recognize that you brought forth, or you brought life, and even though they're not with you today, they are still alive in your hearts and in your minds forever. And I want to say a special shout out to you as well. Happy Mother's Day to everybody in my timeline, and I pray that God will continue to bless you with wisdom and strength to carry out your tasks as mothers. I love you all.
I'd like to send a happy Mother's Day greetings to all the mothers out there, especially my mom, Paulette Hay, and my loving wife-to-be, Tash Marie Grant, the mother of my son. Also my aunt, Shireen Fisher, my mother-in-law, Mrs. Nerissa Grant, my adopted mothers, Mrs. Karen Grant Williams, Miss Lorraine from St. James, Miss Karen from Negril, and also my friend, very, very good friend and a sister of mine who is running this channel at the moment, Shakila. I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day, and I do hope you enjoy your special day. And I just want to say we salute you all because you are very important to us.
Bye.